Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is between Yange versus Guagua. Over here on the top right hand side of the map, we have Yange spawning under the name Player Effer. Meanwhile, Guagua has, well, used a bunch of Chinese characters that I am not ashamed to say I do not know how to read. Maybe that is just, well, really how you say his name. And that does look like a classic instead of simplified Chinese. Well, that is one thing I am able to recognize. We'll see what's going to be going on in here as we are opening up with an Altar of Storms, Great Hall, Burrow, and a Barracks. Now, timing of Altar of Elders and the Heroes, Ancient of War, everything seems to be absolutely ordinary, and we'll see what this means in terms of the gameplay. Is it going to be Farseer? Is it going to be Blade Master going up against most likely Keeper of the Grove? Um, well, just wait and see now until we get to that 1 minute mark, and then, well, past that 1 minute mark, getting that Altar of Elders, it is going to in fact be well, wait for the Moonwell, a Keeper of the Grove. Archers will be trained up here in just a second. Meanwhile, it is going to be a Blade Master, classic Blade Master here, with, well, a Voodoo Lounge coming into play. Now that I think about it, I probably should have swapped the locations on the top, but if I do that now, the heroes are going to be in the wrong spot, and then, well, everything gets a bit confusing. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup. Once more, Keeper of the Grove with archers for some pressure, trying to clear out this mercenary camp. Meanwhile, a lone grunt being trained up, only a single orc burrow. And are we going to get up to 21 supply on peons to try and offset some of those lumber issues that orc players often get into? But no, instead saving up some of that gold in order to perhaps sell, pick up some healing salves, scroll of speed. Indeed, 20 over 21 supply. Yeah, that peon could have been trained up much earlier. I would have thought it would have gone to 21 supply here, as we're going into triple healing on that Ancient of War. All right, Ents joining in on the battle, and the peon may actually try and get that last hit there. Nope, Keeper of the Grove does in fact get the kill, as we're looking at this peon still trying to get this last hit, not able to do so, as the Blade Master now may be coming across perhaps to finish off this Ancient of War. Ancient of War down to 12 hit points. There it goes. It does get taken down, and all of a sudden, Guagua taking down a very early Ancient of War, causing some problems here. Blade Master not being able to walk away, as we're looking at, well, some damage coming back across here. All right, Force Troll, Shadow Priest trying to back away, a little bit of extra damage. Early entangles onto that Blade Master, as that Blade Master does run away here. We did look at a quick, what I thought was a reveal. Crystal Ball was picked up by the Keeper of the Grove very, very fast right there. There was a Windwalk steal once more. Blade Master down to 120 hit points. A little bit more damage could get added. Come on, there's another attack, trying to add every point of damage that he possibly can. Wow, that Keeper of the Grove is just, seems like there's a little bit of lag here. Normally, the Keeper of the Grove would have been able to get off multiple attacks after stopping and then throwing that attack right there. Was not able to do that, as we're now looking at the Blade Master trying to retreat back. He does in fact Windwalk and then retreat all the way back here. All right, there is a delay on that Crystal Ball, needing a little bit of time. Is he going to buy Dust of Appearance? What is he buying? Not quite sure, as the Blade Master is right there. There's a little bit of damage as the Healing Salve and that Clarity Potion comes to an end. Keeper of the Grove looking to retreat back. Crota for president. Well, I don't know. I think I could do, I don't know. Could I be president? Probably not. The stress would definitely get to me, and I'm not that really political, so, but thank you for the sentiment. Anyways, Blade Master still wandering around here. We are taking the tier 2 nearly there. Second Orc Burrow already done 24 over 31 supply, as we should be getting in, well, perhaps some headhunters eventually. Hey, they got lucky due to a storm. Oh, I'll get to watching. All right, so thank you for tuning in with me. So far, this opening really pretty standard here. Nice use of the back opening up with these Ents right here to try and create a location where the Ogre Warriors cannot easily engage on that trench right there, causing a little bit of problems, and this Ogre Warrior still unable to fight through and clearing up this backside here. Nice interesting new creep pattern as that Blade Master, unfortunately, not going to be able to do that much. There is a reveal right there. Blade Master does get entangled for all of his efforts, as we're looking at, well, a little bit more damage still added up. All right, there goes another steal. Once more, Blade Master actually is taking away a lot more experience than I originally anticipated, as we're seeing the Blade Master now come across inside here. Keeper of the Grove is in trouble, going to get completely surrounded. What is he doing in this fight? Trying to escape away, down to 200 and down to 177 hit points, trying to back away, down to 130. Did get a little bit of heals as well, as he is now running away. If Crota becomes the president, he can cast WarCraft 3 games for us for free. Yeah, if I had a job that paid $180,000 I don't know, how much is it now? Is it like $225,000 a year? Well, yeah, I could cast for free, as assuming that becoming president didn't take away too much of my time. All right, gonna go ahead and take down a Forest Troll Trapper there. There is another one as well, as we're looking at Huntresses joining in on the fight. So far, we don't see, well, there's improved bows. We are at Tree of Ages, and Alchemist is gonna be the second hero. Alchemist with those acid bombs and focus fire can be rather effective. Are we going to see some damage? Oh, there's an acid bomb onto that Blade Master now. Blade Master taking a little bit of damage. He is getting body blocked a little bit, taking some damage over time. Does have a staff of teleportation and will be able to get away. Meanwhile, one peon inside here causing a little bit of harassment, but nothing. Wasn't Trump also mainly chilling, playing golf during his pregnancy? Well, there goes the Dust of Appearance. Blade Master trying to retreat back. I don't know, a lot of business does get done on a golf course, so to speak. So I don't really know. I know a lot of presidents, just because you're in the White House all the time doesn't mean you're also doing a lot of work either. Blade Master, there's the reveal. There is just an illusion making its way back here. This, well, illusionary Blade Master going after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, or real Blade Master going after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, about to take him down. Coming back to the other side here, well, we are looking at Shadow Hunters and mass Serpent Wards coming across. This could spell a big problem, as we're just continuing to put in a lot of pressure here. Archer's going to try to push one in, and the Huntresses are going to be on the receiving end of those Serpent Wards as well. Forest Troll Shadow Priest, there is a quick detonation trying to heal. However, there was a healing wave coming back around. Entangle onto the Blade Master, but the Blade Master quickly gets away with the Staff of Teleportation. Shadow Hunter trying to fight in the back here with a couple of Serpent Wards in the back. Shadow Hunter does not have any mana to really draw a line in the sand and try to protect all of his units, as the Grunts are only melee. Well, you do have to handle a lot of political stuff, but when free, we see the cast WarCraft 3 in the biggest stage. That would that would be interesting. Makes sense. No good. I don't know.
I stand ready.
For some reason, I feel like there's so much hate for any political leader out there in the media, that, well, the media can spin it any which way, however you want to say it, right? And how the media reports and what the media reports doesn't make a difference in public opinion. And I don't think I want that level of scrutiny out there. I've seen a lot of professional casters also on the wrong end as well, being pretty much demonized for things, right? And now there's also this whole entire idea that as a professional streamer, you shouldn't be like what Pew had said. You know what? It doesn't make any sense why you get tips, right? Like tips just, let's just shut them down. And it would be like if a random person on the street walked up to you and gave you $50. Like that just doesn't make sense. It feels uncomfortable. Well, if a random person on the street walked up to $50, I would be like, yeah, this is strange. But if you are a street performer, right, and you're doing your thing in the middle of a boardwalk, and someone walks up to you and gives you and throws in $50 in your tip jar, you're elated, you're excited, right? You're doing this as a living, or for those who do this as a living, you're excited. People recognize your hard work, and you say thank you very much. Honestly, I don't care. Have you watched the epic rap battle between Joe Biden versus Trump? No, I have not seen that epic rap battle. what's more sad is probably more people have seen the epic rap battle between Joe Biden and
Warriors
Trump
of the night,
than actually
assemble.
was able to sit through the actual debate between Trump and
I
Biden.
stand ready.
Yeah. All right, coming back around, we do see the Priestess of the Moon aura coming online here. We Priestess of the Moon coming in, and let's go ahead and focus back on this game. And well, we are looking at a Pit Lord compared to a Priestess of the Moon as the heroes. Pit Lord with crazy claws of attack crazy claws of attack right now at plus 19. What plus 19 should have normally been plus 21, and once it gets Howl of Terror alongside that cleave, thank you very much, it's going to be able to do a large amount of damage while decreasing the amount of damage it takes. Mirror Image used to try and break free right there. Orb of Venom continuing to damage that Blade Master as the Keeper of the Grove is ready for the push. We see one scroll of healing on the Keeper of the Grove, and well, we are looking at the Alchemist with level 2 healing spray. That is going to work out well, and that Acid Bomb actually spreads some, well, love and nastiness to the other units as well. More damage getting added back in. Units are still trying to pull back again. All right. Can True Shot neutralize Howl of Terror? No, Howl of Terror is much strong. Howl of Terror is stronger than True Shot Aura, but it is a little bit of a well balancing factor. See, now it's currently at -3, even with that True Shot Aura right there. As we're seeing damage come back across here, Pit Lord needs to or wants to get into that front line location, but there is just simply too many melee units in Lin Gua's army and composition fighting amongst all of these trees with minimal melee, with minimal surface area on that army. The archers and the huntresses are just going to be able to deal so much damage from safety and from range while the grunts are still trying to line up. Oh, look at this Pit Lord with Bloodlust. A Bloodlusted cleaving plus 19 damage Pit Lord. That could be exactly what you need to dive on in and deal damage. However, there is no additional survivability items on that Pit Lord that I see. There's that Howl of Terror down to -4 there as the True Shot Aura comes on and offline. All right, more damage coming back across here. Pit Lord trying to swipe his way through. Healing Spray trying to keep all of those units alive. The Pit Lord down to 342 hit points. Shadow Hunter should be able to keep that Pit Lord alive. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability keeps him alive at 2 hit points as the Pit Lord is still trying to dive its way on in. Lightning Shield. There goes an Archer, and I believe that Archer with Lightning Shield is going to actually finish off any of these units here. Alchemist units are trying to make their way back around, and it looks like enough damage was done, but they were able to separate enough. Splash damage of Cleave with 20 plus and Bloodlust. Yeah, that is. I wouldn't say that is overpowered. I would say that is extremely efficient. You got to remember, investing into a Pit Lord, being able to get those claws of attack and also tech to Shaman with Bloodlust, that is not an easy feat at all, as the Pit Lord also picks up a Circlet of Nobility. All right. I would say, I would actually call this the double-edged Orc army right now. You can see that the Blade Master is one of the strong heroes in that front line location, able to deal a large amount of damage, but now he is actually backed up by the Pit Lord as well. Curiously, though, the Shadow Hunter is the hero with the most amount of experience, but the Pit Lord and the Blade Master are the two heroes that can stand in the front line, absorb a bit of damage, and still stay alive while dishing out that damage. Lightning Shield on a teleport, always very strong. Yeah, with Scroll of Town Portal, if you're able to use that Lightning Shield on multiple units, they do end up falling. And we are looking at a 50 supply going up against 48. Are we getting ready? There's the Acid Bomb. Pit Lord does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as well. Talisman of Evasion on the Blade Master, as we're going to be looking at a little bit of damage being added in. Not quite sure why these units aren't getting pulled back, as we now see, well, Healing Spray getting added. There's that Mirror Image, and the Pit Lord should really be trying to use a bit of that. The Pit Lord should really be trying to use some of that Howl of Terror if it can get back there. Where is it going? Trying to run all the way to the back now. Has a Scroll of Speed. There's a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is it going to use it? Yes, it does, and it uses it just in time. Healing Spray bouncing around once more. No Spirit Link, and that is a problem with no Spirit Link to try and save. Well, Archer finally getting taken down. There, the Mirror Image attacked twice, obviously not dealing any damage. Some part of me want to say triple venom would be better since slow and stacking damage, but I forgot about well, let's take double venom right now between the Keeper of the Grove and also that Priestess of the Moon. There is a scroll of speed on the Pit Lord. Pit Lord really, I think, should be taking the Talisman of Evasion away from that Blade Master. Potion of Healing also going to be useful, as well as things are trying to get all healed back up. 46 supply compared to 50. Army sizes are about the same. Both players sitting on one base and looking to try and finish this game off in the next 7 to 8 minutes. What are we going to be happening now? Thank you for the follow, as we're looking at, well, Justin, oh no, that is the real Blade Master looking to retreat back. All right, Alchemist sitting at level 3. Keeper of the Grove. There is another. Well, thank you for the follow. Again, there's an entangle onto the Blade Master. Blade Master down to 260 hit points. Now needs to try and retreat back down to 93. And double Orb of Venom stacks really starting to eat through that Blade Master as the Keeper of the Grove. Oh, gonna be able to finish it off. Well, there's the evasion, but not enough there. Oh, level 2 Blade Master falling once more. And that Blade Master, well, he may actually get usurped as the primary frontline hero, as that Pit Lord now is going to be that much more powerful and much more needed in that frontline spot. All right, in comes the Pit Lord coming around the side here. Are we going to see a Scroll of Speed, Howl of Terror? There's a Purge onto the Forest Troll Berserker. There's an Entangle. There's a Purge onto the Pit Lord as well. The Pit Lord trying to back away. Doesn't want to be on the receiving end. Now picking up level 2 and now also picking up the Blade Master. All right, we're going to be looking at a Potion of Healing that is used. Now trying to poke away as well. The archers and their range just far too much. There's a, well, it looked like there's a Howl of Terror, but not really hitting that back line. Purge now going down onto the Priestess of the Moon as the Pit Lord, even with so many survivability items, and just unable to squeeze on inside here. Scroll of Speed was trying to be used there. Level 2 now on the Priestess of the Moon as damage starting to get added back up. 37 supply compared to 42. Is this going to be enough? Archers getting in some damage as well, trying to poke apart of this Pit Lord down to 169 hit points, but the focus fire of the Keeper of the Grove and the Priestess of the Moon, both with Orb of Venoms, really do add up over time. All right, Pit Lord was down to 8 hit points, able to survive somehow as the Keeper of the Grove, Alchemist, and Priestess of the Moon continue to put pressure on the enemy heroes, shutting them down quickly. All right, and a couple of things to note. Orb of Venom damage. That damage over time is extremely effective against the Blade Master and that Pit Lord because of the fact that it bypasses armor. Right now, the Pit Lord, it's almost like true damage. Even though it can't kill a unit, you can see how much damage it does over time. Talisman of Evasion, I still think should be transferred over to the Pit Lord if your Pit Lord is going to be the primary hero that you need to run through, and then try and get a Howl of Terror off. The downside so far has been if you try to run up to those archers are easily going to be able to focus fire down that Pit Lord while that Alchemist is, and well, Acid Bomb removes so much armor that the Pit Lord has to double back around. We're looking at 42 supply compared to 34. Orc is in a little bit of trouble down in terms of army size right now. We'll see what is going to be happening next. Meanwhile, is there only 5 workers? Okay, there's only 5 workers. There are no peons on lumber right now, interestingly enough, and that's because there's already 1,300 lumber to be added here. All right. The Orc hero levels, well, 343 going up against 432. There's that mirror image. How is it going to be used? Mirror image and Windwalk, no critical strike. And is there going to be enough, perhaps uses of Lightning Shield to start causing a bit of problems as well? In comes the Wisp Detonation. Blade Master, mirror image, still wandering around here, looking for expansions, does not see them, and now knows that the army is going to be coming across. All right, Trent's now joining in on the battle. Orc Burrows, well, not going to have that much going on for them. What is going on? One peon now making its way down to the south, and is it going to try and set up an expansion? It is. Meanwhile, Blade Master and units going to come in from the other side here. Is this just a mirror image? Yes, it is. It is going to absorb a little bit as the Pit Lord now comes in with Bloodlust. Very fast attacking Pit Lord, very fast movement. Pit Lord trying to come across here. There's a couple of purges, detonations removing some of that bloodlust as well, as we're looking at those units getting taken down. All right, mirror images are just absorbing a lot of damage, and this is actually a decent counter right now. The archer is not quite sure which ones to attack, and that causes some issues as well. All right, level 2 Serpent Wards, level 3 Healing Wave, Shadow Hunter. What is he going to try and do here? Pit Lord is going to try and dive on in just a moment. There's some mirror image as well. Pit Lord should be able to close in on that distance, and in comes some lightning shield coming back across. All right, there's some detonations. That mirror image pretty much just going to be ignored as a Moonwell quickly gets canceled, detonated, and well, not detonated, you guys know what I mean, as the Blade Master now tries to retreat back. Healing Wave continuing to bounce around again. Blade Master going to try and engage. No Orb of Lightning on that Blade Master, not that I see, as we're still fighting our way through. Howl of Terror should be coming across. There's that. Howl of Terror is already used. Pit Lord is doing a crazy amount of damage now, finally able to engage. And now that the Pit Lord is not actually getting targeted, all of a sudden that damage is adding up very quickly. Pit Lord with Bloodlust and with plus 21 damage, doing some crazy damage indeed. Are we going to see some departing lightning shields? That is the question. No departing lightning shields that I saw, as those units all able to back up. Getting some lightning shields onto those archers would have been able to, well, do a large amount of damage to those units as they backed up, forcing them to try and split up faster. However, there was just not enough shaman out on the field, as the shaman were saving all of their mana for, saving all of that mana for later bloodlusts. We're looking at 42 supply compared to 40. Yin Guagua really getting in a lot of damage with that Pit Lord this time around, and we'll see what this Pit Lord is able to do in the upcoming fight. All right, Witch Doctors. Well, only the initiate training, not even the adept. No stasis traps either, as the units are now looking to back away. Shadow Hunter just shy of level 5, and we'll see what comes of it. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Priestess of the Moon now making its way back off to the north here. It looks like he's trying to close the door on this game here. Gets purged onto the Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon quickly uses a Shadow Melt, and there is a healing wave, or not, healing spray trying to save there. There's a couple of purges going down as the Howl of Terror now going in. Healing wave trying to bounce back around here, as the Pit Lord could really rack up a lot of damage. We're seeing the healing spray trying to counteract the cleave onto that Pit Lord. Thank you for the subscription. I greatly appreciate it, as the Priest of the Moon down to 36 hit points. All right, there's an entangle, unable to finish things off. There goes a Howl of Terror, and damage is just adding up. That Priestess of the Moon represents so much damage with that True Shot aura across multiple units, but now the Pit Lord is completely, well, surrounded. However, the Shadow Hunter finally targets there. Pit Lord trying to fight his way out of this archer box, and looks like it will be able to back up here. Pit Lord in a little bit of trouble, down to 91 hit points, gonna get taken down. There it goes, as the Pit Lord at level 4 falls. Level 3 Shadow Hunter unable to save. We're at 27 supply compared to 32. Blade Master now shows up to the battle as well, but a level 3 Blade Master not as strong as that level 4 Pit Lord. Alchemist now trying to dive on in here. Run trying to go after it, but what bloodlusted Shadow Hunter moving around very quickly, as it uses a Clarity Potion as well. All right, Keeper of the Grove trying to close in on that distance. Archer gets in a love tap to remove the healing, as we're looking at the unit's still fighting and engaging. Are we going to get a purge, lightning purge onto that Alchemist right there? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transferred. A couple of archers should just get taken down instead. There they go, to 37 supply compared to 26, as that is the game. Thank you for the sub. But yeah, that focusing back on that game here, really well played by both sides. And it really felt like throughout that game, it was just going to be a matter of time on how Lin Guagua could use that Pit Lord. The threat was there, and it was constantly present, and you knew that if it was not handled properly by Yange, that it was just going to absolutely fall apart. And that's what you saw. The Pit Lord with Bloodlust, with plus 21 damage, with some survivability items, able to dive on in there, even with the Keeper of the Grove purposely entangling that Pit Lord so that it couldn't auto attack. The Potion of Lesser Invulnerability allowing it to break free, and then the damage was done. It took down the Priestess of the Moon. Even at level 2, represented a large amount of damage with that True Shot aura across the entire army. Once Once the Pit Lord was gone, though, well, you still had to deal with the level 3 Blade Master and the level 5 Shadow Hunter. Thank you for the bits. You had to deal with that level 3 and level 5 Shadow Hunter. And I guess that goes to show you how scary that Pit Lord was. That Pit Lord, even though it wasn't the primary hero, I think it was still level 3 at the time, when it took down that Priestess of the Moon. It wasn't the high level hero, but it was the scary hero, and that's what you want to see when your third hero choice is still a hero that needs to be not only targeted, but is also one of the major threats and a great addition to that army. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.